Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 7:31. I left 31 minutes later than I wanted to because I'm sleepy. And now I have to drive 4 hours and 50 minutes to Blairstown, New Jersey for the Camp Crystal Lake tour. I'm excited. It's raw footage, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to going. It's Camp Crystal Lake. It's the tour of the film locations. It is a gathering of fans, obviously, and I'm excited. I'm gonna hit the souvenir stand and get some awesome stuff. I'm looking forward to this. It was relatively inexpensive. It was $189 for the tour. So anyway, we're gonna have multiple stops along the way. You guys are gonna keep me entertained, and you're also gonna drive home with me tonight at about 11:30 for a 4.5 hour drive home, and we're gonna be talking then too, so you can keep me awake. All right, sun's really bright. See you later. Alrighty, I don't know how long I've been driving. Maybe 45 minutes. Not long. We have not even left New York yet. We are on the thruway, headed towards Albany, and then I assume Pennsylvania. But I don't know. Here's my drive, man. This is what I get to see for about 3 hours and 53 more minutes. Yeah, driving. I sure am. All right, kids. Driving. I guess this is big time training for Universal. Driving to Universal Studios in Florida in December for the great family vacation. I'm driving 12 hours to South Carolina and then 6 hours to Universal the next day. This is driving. I'm driving. I'm in Pennsylvania, finally, and this is going to probably be another long haul. It's only 2 hours and 4 minutes away at this point. I should be there at 12:05, according to the GPS. My first stop is the Blairstown Diner, which was in the movie, part one, of course, and it's a bit of a souvenir place. So I'm going to grab something from the Blairstown Diner, a T-shirt, I assume. I'd like to steal the menu if possible. I'll probably negotiate for it and not, risk arrest at my first stop. But I'm going to stop there. I'm going to eat for the first time. I don't eat on the road so much anymore because I'd have to hit a rest stop. So I don't, and that's risky. So anyway, I'm going to do the Blairstown Diner. The show doesn't start until 5:30. So I'm going to eat at the diner. I'm going to take all that in. I'm going to get a lot of photos and footage for you guys of that place. Sorry about the bounciness. The thruway's awful right now as far as road conditions. Wow. Yeah, roller coaster. And then I'm going to go to the, I think it's Pandora's Closet, I think, or something or other, a toy store, and maybe grab something from them. Or there's an and in there. I might have time to kill. I might have about 5 hours to kill. I want to find the cemetery from the movie, and I'm sure that the folks at the diner will be able to tell me where it is, or I'll Google it or whatever. But I want to find the cemetery and get a shot of that too. And then over to Camp Nobuskoki or Nobiskoku. Anyway, Camp Crystal Lake. Over to that part of town for the main event. I think I've already told you this in the last couple of video entries, but I can't remember it. I'm bored, so I just listened to Jim Cornette for about an hour. I love Jim Cornette's show on YouTube. Agree with him or not, he's hilarious, and I love the inside scoop. Jim Cornette is fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, hello, Pennsylvania. And I will probably the next stop will be Blairstown. I'll catch you in Blairstown. All right. Goodbye. Oh man, guys, I'm so excited. I'm in Blairstown, and like the anxiety is just pumping through my chest. I can feel like all kinds of nerves and adrenaline. I am 3.8 miles away from the Blairstown Diner, and I just looked. The cemetery from, I think, the opening few minutes of the film is 5 miles away from here. The Hope Moravian Cemetery, and I'm going there after the Blairstown Diner. It's just such it's such an iconic image, visually iconic from the first few minutes of the movie. It plays no role in the movie other than just it's in the background. But I'm going to go there after the diner. 3.2 miles away from Blairstown. This isn't even like the big show. This isn't even the the Camp Crystal Lake tour. I'm just so excited. Like, I'm in Blairstown and I'm so excited, and I'm gonna go to the diner in 4 minutes. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Oh man, I'm pumped. All right, here we go. I figured I'd take you with me for the last quarter mile. We are in Blairstown, and we are approaching the diner. I got to keep my eyes open for it. Obviously, and here it is, I think. Yep. Obviously, if you are a fan of the movie,
your destination is on the
you are fully aware of this place. And we are here. We are at the Blairstown Diner. It's packed, and I got to find a parking spot. Which may or may not be possible. I don't know. I'm sure there are some fans here already. Oh, this is cleared out. Okay, good. There it is. There's the Blairstown Diner. All right, let me get out. Here we go. All right, there it is. Blairstown Diner. Home of the movie. We're going to go in there. We're going to hopefully get some footage in there. Let's go. The meal. All right, guys, I just left Blairstown Diner. I'm actually still in the parking lot. What a cool experience. The staff there obviously gets bombarded with questions and fans and stuff, so they answer all the questions and give me directions. I'm headed to Main Street right now to check out another film location, and then cemetery, and then probably the toy store. But what a great time. So great. I got a t-shirt and I brought the menu home. They actually do paper menus because they said that everybody wanted to take menus home with them, so they do paper menus. Apparently, and I'll try to get a photo in here, I sat at the I sat at the side of the counter that was used in the movie. Apparently, a couple of the stools, only 2 of the stools were sat in, or something like that. They said that they filmed basically from the end of the counter, so I sat there, got a picture. Pretty great stuff. Real small inside, tiny little place. There's some Friday the 13th memorabilia around, not too much. But as I was sitting there, like 5 or 6 people came in with Friday the 13th t-shirts on, so I think everybody's here for, the convention, or the tour. But anyway, that was awesome. Blairstown Diner, location number 1. And now I am back in the air-conditioned vehicle and off to Main Street. Let's go. All right. Boom, we're here. Check this out. You're gonna recognize this from the movie right here. Our friend comes down. I don't even know which way she was walking, but we're gonna go through this. Check this out. This is amazing. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'll try to include the photos from this. So there's a Blairstown museum around here, but closed, I think. I'm not sure how much of this was a part of anything, but I do know that this is quite famous as our first victim walks into town. And I'm gonna go back through. This is incredible. This is kind of surreal and fun and awesome. So yeah, there we go. Not sure about all that, but this is incredible. This is awesome. There it is. You've seen it a million times. All right, on to location number 3, actually, the cemetery. All right, guys, here we are. Hope, it's Moravian Cemetery, I believe it's pronounced. Moravian Cemetery, Hope, New Jersey. There it is. There is yet another beautiful, iconic image from Friday the 13th, Part 1, as they are driving out of town in the first few minutes of the movie. We passed by, that's the cemetery itself, but we passed by that cemetery sign, and yeah, I got to turn around, but whew, all right, well, that was awesome. The diner and the archway and the cemetery are all within about 5 miles of each other. The diner and the archway are about a minute and a half from each other. The cemetery is about 4.5 miles down the road from the archway. And, so I'm driving now to Pandora's Toys and check them out. It's only 1:30 and the show doesn't start till 5:30, so I'm gonna take my time at this toy store, and then I gotta go to Walmart, and I gotta get another phone cable. Mine is broken and I can't connect to my car. But this is fun so far. This is fun. I got a little flustered. It's not easy to film and drive and find stuff. So basically I had to find it and then kind of like loop around and then film it. But it's pretty surreal. It's pretty cool to be on movie location sites. It's just cool. The street that first of all, Blairstown is tiny, and not tiny population. I'm sure it's tiny population wise, but it's just tiny, like streets, and there's cars all parked on the street, and the businesses are real close together. It's real small, so you gotta like pay attention to where you're going. But the street that the archway is on is just a little one-way street, and I think that there's a gas station that that is in the first couple scenes of the movie. I think that that's gone. There was a convenience store that is used in the first few minutes of the movie. That is converted into something else now. I think I wasn't going to bother looking for that. I wanted to see the stuff that, you know, the cemetery and the archway there, and obviously the diner, which was still just a great overall experience. So, all right, so we're going to do Pandora's Toys and maybe get something cool for the collection, for the room. And then, like I said, Walmart. And then, I don't know, depending on what time it is, I might just go to the campground early and just kind of hang there. I don't know. But regardless, you're coming with me. Even if it's to Walmart. That'll be fun. All right, we'll see in a bit. All right, here we are. We're rolling up on Pandora's box. Toys and collectibles. Courtesy of my man upstate, Johnny. Oh yeah, let's pull in here. Check out these guys. I knew a girl named Pandora once. Never got to see her box. All right, back in the car from Pandora's box. Wow, I've never seen a toy store, a vintage toy store this big before, this impressive. It's overwhelming. They had so much stuff, unbelievable amounts of stuff. I showed you a little footage there. I did get something for $40, but I will expose it in the next couple of days. I've got another thing coming from eBay. One is definitely for the living room set. The thing I just got today, I will include in the living room set as well, so I will hold off on those till like Monday when the eBay comes and show you what I got. Pandora's box, great, unbelievable. Tons of signings there. Very big store. I think Matt Cardona is, you know, somehow connected with them or their friends or whatever. The custom LJN card backs you saw, I like them. I think the bubbles are too big. We've got to figure out a way to get an LJN card repro with appropriate sized bubble. I don't know, XOX, that might be, you know, a task for you. There was something there that I think that I will be able to get cheaper. So there's an LJ, not an LJN, there's a Hulk Hogan poster, authentic poster from like '84. You've seen it. It's like it's red and yellow poster with Hulkamania on the top, and then a Hogan collage with like a big picture of Hogan in the middle, and then maybe like 3 on each side, small. Anyway, I've seen it. It was definitely in the WWF catalogs back in the day. This poster was like laminated onto a piece of wood and glossed and shellacked or whatever you want to say. And I don't know, there was no price sticker on it, but I was like, maybe 100, maybe 75. I was gonna get it and hang it right on the cave wall. But he was like, no, it's 400. And I was like, oh man, all right. So I think that someday, somehow, I'll be able to find a legit 84 or 85 WWF poster. And we'll do something fancy with it. But 400, man, I mean, it's beautiful. But anyway, great time at Pandora. Got something awesome. I'll show you on Tuesday. I'm gonna map quest Camp Crystal Lake and see how far away we are. I think we're probably about 50 minutes away. I drove out of town to go to the Walmart. I might grab a beer somewhere. I don't know. This is fun. I'm having a blast. We'll see you in a bit. now we're home. Yes, we're home. And I'm complete with this Camp Crystal Lake beanie. I'm the only guy in the whole tour that bought 4 of these stupid things. I don't know. I just go nutso sometimes. I bought 4 because there's 4 people that live here. But anyway, wow. What a time. What a time. And I was going to drive with you and check in throughout the night. That wasn't happening. There was some complications with the phone. This was, okay, well, first of all, let me tell you, the trip was outstanding. It was amazing. The only thing I would do differently is I would do it during the day. There's day trips and there's night trips. So, instantly you think, well, you got to do the night tour, right? Because it's pitch dark. They tell you to bring flashlights. There's no like lights. So the cabins are all lit up. So you can see inside. When you go inside, you can fully see. But when you're walking around, you don't see anything. And I really wanted to take in the whole. But I got enough daytime footage or daytime experience. So, okay. So yeah, last night I'm driving home. My phone cord that connects the phone to the car so that I can have the map, and more importantly, that I can have charging, frayed and broke. It has been fraying and slowly breaking over the last couple of days, and picked literally in the middle of Camp Crystal Lake to not work anymore. So I got it to work enough to get me out of the campground, the camp area, which is truly out in the middle of nowhere. As I'm getting out, I get a 20% battery charge notification. 20% battery with no cord. And so that's freak out time. It's the middle of the night. I'm in the middle of nowhere. And I truly do not even know how to. It's all back roads. I truly don't even know how to get back to the thruway at this point. So I get the GPS to start working. Horrible Wi-Fi, by the way. You're not getting signals. I finally get to a spot. I'm just driving aimlessly. I get to a spot where I finally get a signal. I'm able to get a map up, and I get directions to a Rite Aid that closes in about 20 minutes. From where and I was like 15 minutes away. So I get there, they're open, I buy a new phone cable, and bam, I'm back up on the road. That was I don't know what I would have done. I guess I would have asked directions. I don't know. I might have just parked in Walmart parking lot until the morning and got a charger. Anyway. So that was awesome. I've got a great photo near the Camp Crystal Lake sign. I did that, and I've got the Blairstown menu. And guess what, folks? I've got a few of them. So if anybody wants a Blairstown menu, I will send it to you. I'm going to keep one and frame it. They have paper menus because everybody wanted a menu. And so everybody was taking home menus, so they just made paper ones. So I got some good souvenirs. Anyway, that's that. So it was a great time. Maybe next year, a few of us can meet up there and do the tour. That would be a cool way to hang out. What I really want to do is thank everybody I got so many messages when people knew that I was going to be driving home. 4 hours and 50 minutes. I got so many messages saying, be careful, drive safe, check in, let us know when you get home. What a great batch of people you are. But anyway, the trip was great. The tour was great. The drive home was cool. I got to stop at like a 24-hour food place and got some snacks and drove home. I was listening to music all night long. It was really muggy out. But I alternated between air conditioning and windows rolled down. I stayed awake just fine. I got home at about 3 a.m. and just crashed on the couch, went to sleep. No big deal. Lovely time, great time, awesome time. I highly recommend it. I'd like to do it with a few of you next year. So let me know. I think I think they're actually coming back again in October. If they bring in some guests for the tour, I will go again just to meet the guests and do the tour with them. All right, that's it. Long video. That was my whole trip. See y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night now.